Alright people, here we are recording the post commentary for my Battle Hub League battle versus HollowMimikyu. So, going into the UU tier, and they got a nice and powerful team. They got Houndoom, they got Gyarados, and of course they got the top of the UU tier themselves, Tinkaton, along with their trusty Mimikyu. Of course I knew they were going to bring Mimikyu. They bring Mimikyu every time. I didn't want to go full cheap and then bring a Mold Breaker Mon, so I was like, well, I mean, there's not that many Mold Breaker Mons. I mean, well, there's... Of course, I guess I could have brought my own Tinkaton and then been fine, but I was like, I'll bring Cloyster, because maybe I can sweep. So, again, I did this after VGC and after the SPC League battle, so at this point my brain just, I don't have that much room for Pokemon, but I'm like, I'm gonna do it because I'm not sure when they'll be ready again, and they're ready right now, so let's do this thing. So they go for a nice and powerful drop kick on me, lower my attack. I'm like, okay, that's not too bad. I'm gonna get up these rocks to break any sashes. I know that I have my red card activate, which kind of sucks because, well, it gets rid of that so I can stay in easier. It goes out into their Gyarados, and I'm like, man, I did not want this thing to come out. Of all the things I wanted to come out, this was not one. So, I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, do I stay in here? I can knock them off. If they want a waterfall, they get the Moxie boost. I can go on a Cloyster, but this will at least, you know, they have heavy duty boots. Right, or no, did they come in after? Yeah, I think it came in after. So I'm like, well, I can knock off whatever their item is if they try to set up a Dragon Dance, so I at least get something out of that. So I couldn't just let them Dragon Dance for free, though. So they have a Moxie boost, but it's not too bad. So at this point, I'm going to try, I'm like, well, you know what, let's try to do this. I could go out into Brute Force, but I figured I may as well save it. So I'm going to try to go out into skill-based and then see if I can take care of it from there. Or this looks like I'm also hovering over Trinity Test. I'm like, man, I really wonder what I have to do here. But I'm thinking, I'm looking at a team like, you know, I feel like if I can get up a Shell Smash, you know, I might not be too bad in a position. So that's what I'm going to do. I am Focus Sash, not White Herb. If I was White Herb, maybe I could have gone for a second one, but, you know. I don't think I had a White Herb in my boxes. So there was quite a bit there. Because it is, of course, +1. So at this point now, I'm forced to try to go for the Rock Blast. That's what I'm going to do. I just have to land a 90% accurate move. And no matter what they switch out into, if they try to take this, I can probably kill them right after. So they're going to switch out their Gyarados here, and they're going to actually go out into Anubis the Houndoom. Nice and powerful shiny, pretty cool. Takes some 25% from Stealth Rocks, and I'm going to hit him with a Rock Blast, and it's going to almost OHKO from that range. So once again, my own cockiness is about to get me here because I'm sitting pretty and I'm like, you know, I think I can win this. I think I can finally break the streak of me losing to HollowMimikyu in the Battle Hub League. That's just one of those things. Also, I'm really sorry. I just feel like I'm not going to be able to... I had this whole idea of I was going to, you know, well, maybe I'll try to do the trailer, and I'll try to edit together a bunch of videos of mine. I just don't have the willpower to, you know what I mean? I just don't have the bandwidth at the moment. I'm trying to, you know, I'm breeding Bronzor right now. I'm trying to get a Bronzong. Trying to build up my Argumons. They go out into their Scorching Sands, Sandy Shock, you know. They all run together. I don't know why I'm considering Terroring here. I thought I would outspeed them, but I forgot about the speed tiers, and Cloyster's not a particularly fast mon. I think if I was Jolly, I might have, and they were modest, but no, they're just going to outspeed me right there. And I'm like, well, dang, that kind of took the wind out of my sails. At least they were kind enough to give me their Houndoom. But at this point, I'm staring at Tinkaton and Mimikyu, you know. Cloyster was really my way of dealing with Mimikyu, because I could just Icicle Spirit, no problem. Now I'm not going to be able to, though. So, got into this thing, and I'm like, well, dang, I don't exactly have much to do. I could try Trinity Test and just try to go for that Specs Flamethrower. The thing is, I know that it's like the opposite of Mawile, where Mawile is much more defensive. This thing actually has a decent amount of Spadef. It's like they switch things up. Iron Valiant has more defense than Spadef, than Gardevoir and Gallade, and this thing has a lot more Spadef than defense. I'm like, well, crap. Almost knocking out, but not quite. So take some more chip from Life Orbs. I'm like, okay, well, that's good. Now here, I'm like, well, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna beat this thing, man? Because even if I was to take out the Tinkaton, I'm still staring at a Mimikyu, and I'm still staring at a Gyarados. It's not like I am still staring at a freaking Serena, man. So here I see that if they go to hit me with an attack, then they're going to take Life Orb Chip, and so I'm kind of getting greedy here. Maybe I should have tried to at least go for a Meteor Mash. They missed the play rough, actually. And I'm like, well, dang. So now they're not going to get any chip off on me, which would have been great for them. I was just trying to get a little bit of chip. Get a nice +2, even though that was really kind of greedy on me. I think the better play might have been to go for just... I probably just Extreme Speed right off the bat, but if I wanted to, I could be greedy. I should have just gone for Meteor Mash and try to get a +1. Because now I'm staring at this Mimikyu, and it's going to be tough for me because both my Extreme Speed and my Close Combat don't hit. The only thing I have is Meteor Mash. And even if I go for this right now, they miss a second time. Goodness. So I go for the Meteor Mash. This would be a really great time to have Bullet Punch right about now. Probably one of the only times where Bullet Punch is actually useful, because every other time, and I really should have thought about that. Looking back on it now, I'm thinking like, man, what if I had Bullet Punch? If only. But now they're going to take this opportunity to go ahead and Terra Fairy to get the extra boost off on it. Like, man. Of course, they're always going to bring Mimikyu. I should have put Bullet Punch over Extreme Speed, but I have the Terra Normal on this thing. Man, maybe I need 2 Lucarios, I don't know. All I'm saying is, like, imagine if I had Terra Steel Bullet Punch right about now. I'd be sitting pretty. It's okay, though. You want Extreme Speed for Gyarados, but then you want Bullet Punch for the Mimikyu, so what can you do? So at this point, I have to use Brute Force, and I'm just going to have to break through with Tinted Lens. Yeah, I have to go for it. I feel like I couldn't I have U-turned here? Or while I'm adamant, and they might be jollying and outspeed me, so I think that's why I had to go for First Impression. The only thing is I'm banded though, right? This would be a much better situation if I was actually, Where am I Life Orb? Can't remember. I just saw it and I already forgot. Short-term memory loss. So we take down the Mimikyu with our Tinted Lens. A good thing they Terra Fairy too, because they would have quadruple resisted Bug, so would have been tough to kill, even with the Terra. So out comes this thing. So it looks like, yeah, I'm Life Orb. So gonna go for the Sucker Punch. Try to get off of a good amount of chip, but I'm not Terra Dark, so it's not really using it to its full cap. And I'm Choice Band too, so now I'm forced to have to go for Shadow Ball, right? Because Gengar is my only Mon left, and I'm sitting here like, man, how did this happen to me? Just all my Mons just kept dying one after the other. It's like I just kept throwing them out and they kept on dying. So Shiny Gengar is holding down the fort. And I kind of have to go for Shadow Ball here. Because this thing probably won't die to Sludge Bomb. And there's very low odds that I'm going to be able to... Well, but Serena doesn't have... what's it called? Serena doesn't have the knockoff anymore. So they go as Death, Serena. take some nice rocks chip. And at this point, only thing I have left to do is just spam Shadow Balls, hope for a Spadef drop or something. Maybe I should have calced if Sludge Bomb killed. Go for Shadow Ball. We get a Spadef drop, it doesn't matter that much. Yep, they go for the Trop Kick. Really just trying to get me in range of actually disable it. Cool. Yeah, maybe if we could have gotten maybe if we would have gone for Sludge Bomb, scared out the Gyarados, scared out this thing, they went Gyarados. The Earthquake probably still just OHKOs me, right? There's no way Sludge Bomb's killing them. Maybe should have gone for that. On the Miracle, that Earthquake doesn't kill. But just didn't seem likely to me. So we actually take out the Serena. So at least the way the Battle Hub works is I was able to only have them beat me by one Pokemon. So if I can try to come back at all in this tournament and just have a huge differential in all my battles, then maybe I can try to come back and top it off. But it's looking like another rocky start for me. Yeah, let's see how much the Shadow Ball does and see how much it would have done in relation to Sludge Bomb. Yeah, Sludge Bomb wasn't killing them unless I got a crit, and then that would have been unlucky for them. I highly doubt that Earthquake I would have lived even if I was at full though. So GG's to HollowMimikyu. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out their channel. Dang, DC'd right at the end. That is unfortunate. It wasn't me. For any people that thought I rage quit, I'm going to show you right now. I was still connected to the internet. I think their internet just went out. They didn't rage quit either. It was just one of those things. Good thing that it happened right at the end after everything. Sometimes these things just happen, you know. But be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Bye-bye.